And our other top story today, a big one here. State Representative Glenn Casada and his former chief of staff, Cade Cothran, were indicted today on federal charges. The investigation involves bribery and kickbacks using federal funds. This is only a sliver of the controversy involving these two. For years, WSMV has tried getting answers from both men on a range of topics.
Casada has dodged questions about lewd text messages and he and Cothran exchanged about women. Then there were claims Casada offered bribes to lawmakers for the governor's school voucher vote. But the difference between then and now, today's incident is criminal.
Both men were arrested by FBI agents at their homes today. Hours later, they appeared in a federal courtroom.
WSMV's Marissa Sulik was there. And Marissa, cameras are not allowed inside federal courthouses. So explain to us what you saw today.
Well, for one, Marius, they both had their ankles shackled. Other than that, they were both dressed very casually. Casada in just a button-down and jeans, and Cothran in just a T-shirt. It was clear that they were caught off guard this morning.
Can you talk to us briefly?
Today, former House Speaker Glenn Casada faced reporters outside the downtown federal courthouse. He answered no questions and went straight inside this silver car. His former chief of staff, Cade Cothran, right behind him. He made a short comment before he also got inside a car. This comes after they both pled not guilty to 20 counts of bribery and kickback conspiracy.
He plans on strongly defending the charges. We've got to let this matter proceed through the judicial process, and Mr. Cothran looks very forward to being vindicated.
The indictment says an unnamed person was also involved. We know this is former Representative Robin Smith, who pled guilty to wire fraud earlier this year. It says she and Casada used their political positions to get the state to approve an LLC called Phoenix Solutions. That LLC provided mailers to members of the General Assembly to give to constituents. But the indictment claims it was fake. It says it was ran by Matthew Phoenix, who was Cothran disguised, and he would kick back profits to Casada and Smith. Earlier this year, Casada denied having anything to do with the company at a state campaign finance committee.
According to the statement that I made, I have no knowledge, association, or interaction. And quite frankly, there's no evidence to suspect that I do. And I think, Hank, you just exhibited bias there by your sentence. I mean, there was nothing that attached me to this pact.
And later, he said he shouldn't be subpoenaed.
And I gotta be honest, I feel like you were a little reckless in issuing this subpoena to me, and it was damaging because it allowed the media to assume the worst, which they do, and to judge me as I've done something wrong because a subpoena was issued.
Now, if they are both found guilty, both Casada and Cothran could face up to 20 years in prison. Marius.
So, Marissa, I got a question for you. We saw them both leaving the courtroom. Until they had their trial, what are Casada and Cothran doing now?
Well, in the meantime, the judge said they must stay in Middle Tennessee. However, they both have separate trips planned to Florida. The judge will allow them to go on those trips. Casada's is actually this weekend. Tracy?
Okay, Marissa Sulik tonight. Thank you so much. Again, this breaking news continues, and we're following every step of the way.